Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. Usually I post movie clips and videos, and I would like to talk about this story because it involves people in the Nigerian entertainment industry. So, if you've been on social media recently, you've probably heard the names of Frank Edoho and his ex-wife and the Nigerian musician called Chike. From alleged leaked audios to cheating rumors, this story has completely taken over the internet. But what actually happened, and why are people so divided over this situation? Um, Before we start, there's a lot of claims circulating online, and these are still allegations that have not been independently verified. So this video is based on public reports, um, previous interviews, and also a social media post from Frank Edo and his alleged ex-wife. So, who is Frank Edo? For those who may not know, Frank Edo is one of Nigeria's most recognizable TV personality. He became famous as a longtime host of the hit TV show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and he built a reputation as a calm, intelligent, and respectful media figure. So when news about problems in his marriage started circulating online, many people were shocked. Mind you, Frank Edo was married before. He got divorced, and now he's married. He's married, about to get divorced to his second wife. So this whole situation is between him and his second wife and Chike. I'm not sure if they finalized the divorce, but yes, this is what is going on. And recently, Frank Edo revealed publicly that he and his wife had already been separated for almost 2 years and that he had emotionally moved on from the situation. The statement alone got people talking. So let me read to you what his statement was. Over the past few days, I've received an outpouring of kind messages, prayers, concerns, and goodwill regarding my separation and ongoing divorce proceedings. I truly appreciate the empathy. While I understand that the public is only just becoming aware of this chapter, I have lived through it privately for quite some time now, almost 2 years, and have since made peace with it emotionally. Life unfolds in different seasons, and sometimes moving forward quietly is the most dignified path one can take. I am well, focused, at peace, and deeply grateful for the love, respect, and support so many of you continue to show me. Thank you kindly. Now, if one would hear or read this post from Frank Edo, it would come as if he was wronged in his marriage. It would come as though his wife cheated on him, because he did make a post in the past saying that you should never forgive a woman if she cheats, because if you forgive her, she would resent you. And he made a post previously just alluding to not forgiving women when they cheat. So, with this post that I've just read from him, it would be as though he's painting the picture and writing the narrative that his wife cheated on him, even though, he was like a good husband and a caring husband. So, the people started digging more, and they came across an interview where Frank called himself the king of keeping malice, that he can keep malice with even his wife for days. And again, another leaked audio came up where the wife is um, speaking to a man on the phone, and she's requesting for a one last, you know, encounter with this man, and then they can go ahead and block each other and never talk to each other. So it comes as though, the allegations that his wife cheated on him with the singer Chike was actually true. Because mind you, up till as of yesterday, when this conversation was going on social media, neither Chike nor the ex-wife of Frank Edo has responded until today. The ex-wife in question finally responded, and she made a post of her own telling her side to a story. It's good to hear from both parties involved. That is how judgments are made. And we're not in court right now, but this is the court of public opinion. So let us read the post of the alleged ex-wife. Um, it starts, surviving a B word, A word, N word, Frank Edo. Choosing to remain silent may give mixed signals to the narrative that a sadist and narcissist peddles makes everyone believe he's a victim. Because to be honest, Frank Edo's previous post paint him as the victim in this situation. Now, I'm not saying that what his ex-wife did was correct, because at the end of the day, you're still married. To be sleeping with another man while you're still married is not good. Two wrongs do not make a right. Granted, you're in the middle of a divorce, but your divorce is not finalized. And by the way, are you guys not scared of STDs? Why are people just sleeping around anyhow? Huh? Your husband is cheating, he's keeping malice. You also decide you want to sleep around. Okay, what if the person that you're going to sleep with has an STD? Have you thought about this? Because a lot of you going into this situation, you don't check the health status of people. You just open your legs, you just enter a woman, you just spread your legs, and a man just enters you. Like, What has this world really come to? Anyways, let us continue reading. Choosing to marry a man, raising our beautiful kids, single-handedly building and growing a successful design business, and giving myself wholly undiluted and faithful through and through, until you decided that while I'm pregnant with our first child, you would rather have a prolonged affair that lasted with an actress, Mbong Amata. Man, she dropped names. I'm happy that she dropped names. I'm happy with this. Amongst other women. Where do I even begin? The nights crying on the floor, begging that you see me, with you walking out and not returning for days. Or the days you tormented me to abort the second child because you were in numerous relationships and not ready to be a father. Throughout the emotional, psychological, mental, and physical torture and abuse, I stayed committed, faithful, shielding you, carrying you like an egg. But you were a shell, washed up and dried out. You live for validation of the internet, so enjoy your 10 seconds of pity party. A deadbeat. Oof. This is exactly what you are. I single-handedly sponsored your lavish lifestyle. Now this is where she messed up, because why are you sponsoring a man's lavish lifestyle? He's the man, he's the head of the house. He should be the one putting a roof over your head and food on your table. I single-handedly paid our bills, the trips, business class tickets, oh girl, five-star hotels, luxury trips, all the home bills, including that of the other children from your previously failed marriage. Okay, Frank Adore, you actually had a saint as a wife, and you messed that up. I took your mom abroad to the United States, and she lived in my parents' home for years. I tried to cover you. I tried to protect you. I tried to shield you. No one knew how empty you were, how empty you still are. If all that she's saying is true, and he really treated her like this, why do you guys do that? Why do you guys have something so good and you don't recognize it until you lose it? I'm talking to both men and women. When someone treats you right, if you don't love the person, then just leave. Just leave the situation. Don't hurt the people that love you. Don't do that. It doesn't make sense. If someone shows you that they love you, they love you. They don't just say it with their words. They show it in their actions. Because all these things, if all these things that she wrote is true, a lot of women wouldn't do that. It's only a woman that actually cares that would do all these things. And if you know you don't love her, then just leave. You know, just leave. Don't string people along. Don't hurt people. Don't keep malice. Don't break people. And I know sometimes leaving can also cause someone to just be brokenhearted. But if you have that conversation and let that person know that I just don't love you the way you love me, I don't know, that would make more sense. And then you can both come to a mature end whereby there is no hard feelings. But for you to see someone that loves you, that takes care of you, to the point that she also takes care of your children from a previous marriage. Oh yeah, she definitely loved that man. And he couldn't see it. I'm still not going to say that what she did, sleeping with another man while she's still married, that wasn't right either. In as much as I recognize the pain and the hurt that she has stated out here by her comments, it still doesn't negate the fact that, ma'am, you're married and you're sleeping with Chike. Chike, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should really be ashamed of yourself because, first of all, this is a married woman. You say you like mature women, you like older women because they're so mature. That's what Chike said. So among all the older women that are single in Nigeria or in abroad, it had to be a married one? That's messed up, bro. That is messed up. Anyways, let's continue reading. Have you ever paid school fees? Have you ever? All you did was abuse the financial access you had to my funds, squandering my money on prostitutes and loose women. So many numerous transactions in Lekki hotels, Airbnb, lounges, and bars. Now, see, Frank, though, when you posted that your post, you did not talk about how you were sleeping with different women. No, you painted this woman to be a villain. You didn't say your own part, the part that you played. You never took responsibility, not even for once. Sold my property without my permission for chicken change and still squandered the earnings from it within 1 week on different girls. Documented evidence day. Chai. Disappearing for weeks on end with loose women and whores like Adeze Ugo Oja. Wow. At the Hard Rock Cafe. Or is it Tega Dominic? She even dropped the at. Oh wow. The Big Brother Niger girl. Or is it Amako KK? Whom you claim you were trying to get endorsements and sponsorships for. Who wants to be a millionaire? Who you brought into our home to sleep with on our matrimonial bed. Yeah, Frankie Doe, you were very, very disrespectful. You were very, very disrespectful. You were very, very disrespectful. How dare you? If these are all the things that he did, how dare you? Even while the divorce proceedings is going on, you still allow the blogs to put out such one-sided negative narrative about this woman. And not once did you even speak up and say you were not the best husband. That just lets me know that, Frank Edoho, if everything this man is saying is true, nah. Or is it the smelling prostitutes whom you led into our home, where I had a video to record you escorting her to the gate? Or is it the whore you had on your Snapchat frolicking in her bikini, snapping with your own phone while you were there blowing kisses to her? Fuck it, oh, you're not ashamed of yourself. Oh. Like, you're really not ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. You are supposed to be the man of the house. Did you not learn anything from your first marriage? And you're over here talking about you don't have the best luck in relationships, in marriages. That's because you don't know how to treat a woman, allegedly. If everything this your ex-wife is saying is true, you should be ashamed of yourself. You were a horrible husband to her. You were a horrible husband to her. It's one thing for you to be sleeping outside, but for you to bring that into your home where you're supposed to have peace of mind, for you to bring that into your home, onto your bed, yeah, you were very, very, very disrespectful. Or is it when I caught you talking to one of your girlfriends for over an hour and I bashed in on you with so much anger, I almost passed out from anger for real? Tapes and evidence day. With the way this woman is dropping acts of the women he slept with, I'm not surprised tomorrow she might just drop these tapes and evidence. But what is really the point of sharing with the world? They will still talk, mock, laugh, and make skits. You can go to a faceless blogger and post, Frank, you don't want to go there. Where do I start? Where do I begin? I was a great wife, a faithful wife to the core. But a time comes when a woman must choose herself. I chose myself and walked away, filed for divorce too. She actually did file for divorce. As an adult woman, I'm free to be friends with and date whomever I please. Please move on with your life. To family and friends who have walked with me and on this journey and know the truth, thank you for your prayers and support. Listen, I'm going to call a spade a spade. Both of you were wrong. Both Frank, both his wife. This divorce is not over and you're sleeping. Listen, there's a video that came out, an audio where she's telling Chike that they're just going to have one last rendezvous and then say goodbye to themselves. If you know that what you were doing was right, you wouldn't make that statement and make that comment requesting for one last rendezvous and then you guys would block each other and never speak to each other again. If you guys were very, very proud of what you were doing, you would come out in public. Hey, this is my man. This is who I'm with. But you're not proud of that. And Chike, however way he wants to paint it, he's not proud of it either. Or maybe he is. At these days, shame. They don't. Shame is not being sold in the market again. No one has shame, you know. And honestly, beyond the gossip, this whole story has opened a much deeper conversation about the importance of communication in a relationship, and the importance of just being faithful. And when you take your vows in marriage, be truthful and be committed to those promises that you made to your partner. I don't care if it's a man or a woman. When you take your vows, be truthful and be honest. Don't be out here keeping malice and saying that you wouldn't talk to your wife, but you would talk to your children. Okay? And when you see someone that loves you and cherishes you and treats you right, please do right by that person. Don't be over here sleeping around, disrespecting her, disrespecting yourself, because you're not, frankly though, if all these things this lady said is true, you not only disrespected your wife, you first of all, you disrespected God and you disrespected yourself. It shows that you lack self-control, you lack discernment. And for the wife, or the ex-wife, it's a good thing that she filed for divorce. But ma'am, you're still married. So technically you still committed, you still cheated, you know? So yeah, you disrespected God as well, and you disrespected yourself. Everybody in this entire situation has been just disrespectful, number one. And you, all three of them, Chike, Frankido, the ex-wife, all three of them need to hide their faces in shame. All three of them. I'm not here to say the man was right, the woman was right, Chike was right. Hell no. All three of them did what's wrong. And yeah, hopefully they can figure it out, and I'm happy that she came out to say her side of the story as well. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.